Hey you guys, has all this cosmetic stuff got your head spinning? I can't imagine how you feel because I'm confused. Well, sort of. Anyway, I'm going to do a challenge today. Xeomin versus Botox. You've probably never even heard of Xeomin, right? Well, guess what? It's on the horizon. It's a new guy coming out and we're going to check it out. We have a special guest with us today and she wants to try half of her face with one and half of her face with the other. We're going to see what happens. Maybe it'll be the same, maybe it'll be better, maybe it'll be worse. But until we put it in her, we're not going to really know. Same for you. Unfortunately, there's no absolute best answer. I try to tell patients this every day so that they can try to figure it out for themselves. The best way to do it is to try it. Try this challenge and let's see what goes on. Come on guys, come on down and try it with us. Hey guys, today we're going to treat this beauty. She's getting ready for a pageant. So she wants to take the Xeomin challenge to see if she can tell the difference. Hopefully those pageant masters won't notice, right?
Right.
All right. So there's different areas that we were talking about that we can treat. So let's take a peek. Give me a nice big frown right there. That's probably the biggest place that we treat on everybody, hands down, no matter what the age is. Okay, you can relax. And then raise your eyebrows really high for me. So these little tiny itty bitties don't, in my opinion, have to get kicked out, but if you're looking for that sleek look in a pageant, I kind of feel like that's the way to go. How about tilt your head this way a tiny bit? Give me a really big smile. So see these little tiny crow's feet right here? I'm sure they're huge to her. To me, they're tiny, but those are easy to kick out too. Also, by popping a little tiny bit of a neuromodulator right there, we're gonna raise her brow. So those are great ways to do it. The little bit of other thing that she's concerned about is her jaw right here. So if you look straight ahead and you can see the symmetry right here where this dips in and this comes out, the style right now is for these to be a little bit flatter. So by putting a little bit of neuromodulator right here, she is going to just smooth out and it'll pull this part of her skin tighter. For us older women, it's really great because as this pulls tighter, as this sucks in, it gives our jaw a much more distinct look. One more thing that she could think about is give me a little crunch right there. Those are called the bunny lines. Bunny lines are really easy to treat too. We just pop a little tiny bit right there and it stops you from kind of doing that little crunchy movement if you want to. So those are the ways that we can smooth out her face for the pageant, and we're going to take this challenge and let's see what she thinks. Okay, so on the right-hand side, we're going to go ahead and give her a little bit of Botox. I just thought maybe if we pick the right-hand side, Botox has always been right, so now let's see if Xeomin is, right? And we're going to do Xeomin on the left-hand side. So this is a great area to have treated. I like this area the best because if you're going to kill two birds with one stone, I feel like it makes you stop frowning so you don't always look angry or pensive or all the other bad adjectives we could think of. It also will raise your brow. So if you're going to pick one area to treat, this is hands down my favorite area. Get that middle kicked out just so you can fake it till you make it, you know what I mean? The next little bit we're going to try is right across her forehead. I especially think for pageant girls, when you're going for that really smooth makeup look, I like to pop those out. That, on the other hand, can be optional, especially for older women, because that's the part of the forehead that decides if your eyebrows are going to be higher or lower. Sometimes people think by loading up their forehead, they're actually going to get a lift, but it's the opposite. It's kind of like a pulley effect. If you think about that muscle, it actually lifts your eyebrows up. If you knock it out with a lot of neuromodulator, what's going to happen is it becomes heavy. So if you want the opposite of that and you want your brows to lift, you would do this very, very lightly and this really heavy. So then that way with the pulley, this is pulled out really, really hard and this is allowed to elevate. So that's what we're doing for her now. Next is the oh so famous brow lift. Everybody wants a little bit more of an arch to their brow. So that's that little poke right there, right where the natural hair of your eyebrow ends. And you have a little bone right there called the temporal bone. And then going around, she's doing her crow's feet. That'll help when she smiles that her makeup won't crack and she just looks perfect. Here you can see where she just wants her jaw slimmed out a little bit more. This also helps for people that grind. There's a lot of benefits to doing this area right now. So what it's going to do is pull this up this way and also take some of the bulk of this muscle out, giving you just a more sleek and defined look. You can see lots of the people on makeup artists that are on YouTube putting highlighter here, and that's the reason why. There's a couple other areas that I want to talk about doing that we're not doing on her, but are possible for you. Doing across her upper lip. What that would do is lift her lip up. It just adds a little tiny bit of pucker, especially if you don't want to have filler or you're afraid of really looking wacky. It's a great alternative to filler that women like to try sometimes before filler. The other thing we can do, can you flex downward for me? Like with your chin like that? Well, as you age, you start to get lines in the chin and your mouth will start to droop down. These muscles here we can also inject, and then that helps lift the smile up. And one other really popular place for we older ladies is these cords that you get right here. Believe it or not, that's not skin, it's muscle. And what we do is we just pop a little tiny bit of a neuromodulator going down those cords, and that pulls right back. So these are all the options with every type of neuromodulator there is. But this challenge is going to be super exciting, and I can't wait to see the two sides of your face. And hopefully the pageant masters don't notice a thing.